2 weeks at a time. If you want to find out what it's like to run a filmmaking business from the ground up, I think you're really going to enjoy this series. So hi, my name's Robert. If you've not watched my channel before, I've posted videos before, but never really consistently. And I started the Filmmaking For Photographers challenge from Philip Bloom, and that kind of kick-started this YouTube thing again. So I was thinking, what should I film afterwards? And I keep hearing document. You've got to document your process. And I thought, I'm in the fortunate position where I've just started this business about a year and a half ago, and I can really show people what it takes to start, and then all the mistakes and successes inevitably that are going to happen in the years to come. So I was thinking it needs a catchy title. It needs something that's, rolls off the tongue. It's not going to offend people. And I was thinking, I don't want to update things a week at a time because it's just too much. So I thought, what about 2 weeks at a time? Yeah, I think that could work. So what have I been doing for the past 2 weeks? I've created an intro for a football coach. I've created 3 ads for a property developer. I've shot 2 YouTube videos, which you've obviously watched by now. I've edited 2 podcasts, and I've even had a snowball thrown at my camera. So there we go. That's what I've been up to for the past 2 weeks. It's not a cheeky flex on how busy I am. What the goal of this series to do is 2 weeks at a time. I'm going to extrapolate the lessons that I learned from those pieces. So lesson 1 is make checklist. That sounds very nerdy, very boring, but it has saved me on so many shoots. And it was evident on the Saturday shoot that I did in the snow. I was getting back late on Friday and it was kind of a last minute shoot. So I have a checklist to pack my bag. That sounds very nerdy, and it is, but I don't forget anything anymore. But that only come out of forgetting things. I don't want you to be the guy that goes to a shoot and doesn't bring his tripod plate and just looks like a complete dickhead. I've been there. It's not good. So the way I do this is I create a task in TickTick called packing bag template. And then it's just checklist of everything I could possibly need. And I think about it and write them all down, and I've created a template which you can download below. And you can expand this to other parts of your shoot. You could have an on-shoot checklist where have you check your white balance? Have you recorded some scratch audio? Anything you want. And not only is that helpful so you don't forget things and your shoot goes well, but if you ever want to hand that process off to someone else, maybe an employee, or just you want to go on a holiday and you want to pass it on to someone, a subcontractor for example, you've given them a checklist of this is me, this is what I do, this is how I want things done. So tip 1 is make a checklist. So tip number 2 is same day edit. As I mentioned, I shot some ads for a property developer, and we did the shoot, and then we actually collaborated on the edit on the shoot afterwards. And that uncovered one of my mistakes, which was one of the bits of audio was not there. And what I think I did was I hit record on my audio recorder, or what I thought was record. Actually, I turned it off, which is stupid. It's a novice mistake. But had we not have done that same day edit, I wouldn't have known until a week after. So because we were there, we just recorded another take, and that saved the video completely. But I know this isn't practical all the time, but the lesson you can learn from that is edit as soon as possible. It's fresh in your mind and you'll unearth any mistakes that you've done. And to that point, own up to your mistakes. Previously I would have said, oh, it was the audio recorder, or blamed it on something else, but that doesn't achieve anything, and if anything you're kidding yourself, and you're never going to learn from those mistakes if you don't up and take ownership of that. So that's kind of tip 2 with a bonus tip on the end. So there we go, that's what I've been up to for the past 2 weeks as a filmmaker. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to find out what I've been doing 2 weeks at a time, make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you next week.